All right, so you're back. Multiplying decimals, it's the same but different. And really, steps 1 and 2 show just how much the same it is. Step 1 is literally, if you're looking at a decimal problem for multiplication, we get rid of the decimals and we treat it like it's a whole number problem, and that we know how to solve. But it's not a whole number decimal problem. It really is, as much as you want to play pretend, it really is a decimal of multiplications problem. So we know we're going to need to have a decimal in our answer. So the final step is, once we have the digits that are in our answer, we need to put the decimal back in. So it's really a matter of how you know where to put the digits back in, or excuse me, how you know where to put the decimal back in. It's a pretty simple rule. What you're going to do is you're going to look at the original problem. All right. In this case, we have 6 7/10 and 8/10. And we're going to count how many digits live in the decimal Thuniverse. And I'm actually going to highlight them. The 6 does not, but the 7 does. It's in the 10th place. The 0 does not, but the 8 does. It's in the 10th place. So all together, you can see that I have 2 digits, here they are, that live in the decimal Thuniverse. Well, the same thing has to be true in my answer. I know the digits in my answer are going to be 5, 3, 6, but wherever I put that decimal point back in, where I put it in, it has to be in a place that's going to give me 2 digits in the Thuniverse. So for example, if I were to put it here, all right, I'm going to put it right here. If I were to put it there, that would only give me 1 digit in the Thuniverse, the 6. But if I move it here, you can see that this gives me the 2 digits I'm looking for. I have the 3 in the Thuniverse and I have the 6. So I have the 2 digits that I need. So the correct answer, guys, is 5 36 hundredths. And I will show you that I didn't just teach you estimating for nothing. If I do a quick estimate here, 6 7/10, that's about, oh, I don't like that color. 6 7/10. That's about 7. And 0 and 8/10, that's about 1. 7 times 1 is 7. So I know that, guys, that the answer should be about 7. If I put that decimal point here, 53 is not about 7. If I put the decimal point here, that would be 0 and something. So without a doubt, that is the best looking place just from my estimate. Let's look ahead at this one. The first thing I need to do is figure out how many digits live in the decimal Thuniverse in my problem. The 1 does not, the 4 does not, but the 5 is in the 10th place. Don't be fooled. That 9 does not live in the Thuniverse. It is simply a whole number. And it total in the entire problem, I only have 1 digit that lives in the Thuniverse, which means in my answer, which is these digits here, I need to put the decimal point in where there's only 1. And that will happen when I put it right here. All right. The only digit in the Thuniverse is the 5. That's the one that I need. Now I'm going to show you what happens. Like if I were to put it here, for example, I'd now have 2 digits in the Thuniverse, the 0 and the 5. If I put it here, I'd have 3 digits. If I put it here, I'd have 4. So we want to put the decimal point where there's only 1. And again, guys, estimation is key. This is about 15. This, well, that's about 9. And I don't know what 15 times 9 is off the top of my head, but if I do just a little quick problem here, I know that this answer should be about 135. That's going to be the best placement of the decimal for that to happen. All right, take a look at this one. See if you can figure out how many digits live in the Thuniverse here. If you said 2, you are correct. The 6 and the 7. And so when I put the decimal in the Thuniverse, I want there to be 2 in the Thuniverse in my answer. And there are. If it goes here, put a 0 as the whole number because we like to do that. The correct answer would be 0 and 42 hundredths, which makes sense because if I round and estimate here, I know the answer should be about 1. That's about 1. All right, let's try this one. How many digits do you think live in the Thuniverse? I think the hardest part of this problem was definitely the solving part because it was a 2 by 2. Yes, there are 2 digits living in the Thuniverse here, which means I need to put the decimal point. I'm going to put it right there and drag it. I need to put the decimal point where there are 2 digits. Well, if I put it here, there's 4, the 1, the 5, the 3, and the 7. That would be 3. That would be 2. So putting it there makes the most sense. And if I estimate, I can see that's about 5, and well, that's about 3. And 5 times 3 is about 15. That is absolutely close to our actual final answer of 15 and 37 hundredths. One more. Think about how many digits you think there would be in the Thuniverse for this one. If you said 1, 2, 3, you are correct. So I need to put my decimal point where there will give me 3 digits. Well, if I put it here, there's none. Here, there's 1, 2. This is going to get me 3 digits in the Thuniverse. And if I don't have a whole number, I was going to add a 0 there. And this should make sense to you because this rounds to about 1. This rounds to about 0. My answer should be close to 0. The answer of 288 that we started with doesn't make sense. We have to put that decimal point right in the back in the right place. So you already know the number parts of these answers from the first round of video. Our job now is you're going to go back to that and you're going to go and place the decimal point in the correct spot. You're going to stop the video, and when you come back, I will explain to you how that is. All right. So our job is we need to figure out how many digits live in the Thuniverse for each problem. So here, the 5 and the 3 both live in the Thuniverse. So when I put my decimal point back in the answer, I need to know that there are 2 digits that are in the Thuniverse. So it's going to go between the 1 and the 3 to give us these 2 digits in the Thuniverse, the 3 and the 5. So your final answer would be 1 and 35 hundredths. In the next problem, I would say problems like this give kids the most trouble because there's only 1 digit in the Thuniverse. 5 is not in the Thuniverse. It is a whole number. So when I put the decimal point in, I need to put it where there is only 1 digit in the Thuniverse. That would be between the 1 and the 5. So your final answer should be 81 and 5 tenths. And last but not least, we have 1, 2, 3 digits that live in the Thuniverse here. And so I need to put my decimal point in the place where there will be 1, 2, 3 digits, and the only spot is here. So your final answer for this one would be 0 and 962 thousandths. All right, this is it for today. We'll get more practice with this tomorrow. If you need to, you can always rewatch videos.